Response video to great text. Yes, his final video on the subject of antinatalism. Why? I guess he just doesn't like this big picture kind of conversation. Instead, we should talk about, I don't know, sidewalks and tinker toys. But we shouldn't really answer these big questions like, does life actually have a fundamental purpose? Is it actually capable of functioning by some kind of efficiency standard? Let's not ask any important questions. Let's just buy the car. Who cares if it has an engine or wheels? That's just irrelevant, as long as it's a pretty color. Maybe it has glitter in the paint. Even better. If it has glitter paint, we don't need wheels. We don't need an engine. We got a car with glitter paint. Puke.
I watched videos of work coming to work. It's such a shit video. Oh, sorry, did I say that? Is that an ad home?
Whatever. Your videos are all shit. Okay? They're wind noise, you talk, you slur the you don't bother even the words, and, it's just horrible. And then the content, of course, is just absolute crap. So anyway, he started this video talking about derived energy. So it's a response to derived energy. He's been having an ongoing conversation with derived energy. Lots of derived energy comments in here. And this asshole, there's some little fuck... Oh, okay, it's not on here. But anyway, the guy who left the first comment is talking about me. And it's like, what? See, that's why great text comments aren't worth the trouble. Because some asshole will just sit there and distort the whole fucking point in the video, point to something that isn't in the video, make innuendos about stuff that isn't in the video, just take the video in places that it didn't go, that it wasn't about, and frankly, you're brilliant at that. Well, you're not even brilliant at it. I mean, it's like brilliant, like, it's really easy for a retard to clear the bus by just pooping in his pants.
Windows Movie Maker video with just text in it and some pictures added in, and some ridiculous arguing like if you allow life to exist, you're allowing Freddy Krueger to rip babies to shreds.
Whatever. I think it's a valid argument to get to some point. I mean, I've argued this. What's the limit? How many world wars does there have to be? How many nuclear bombs have to fall? How many times do you have to fail before you say, okay, yes, the human race just can't do it? They can't do it economically efficiently enough to be worth it. How many baby elephants have to get eaten by lions? Let me just ask you the question, how many alive? Before you say, oh, fuck this. Is there any limit to how much suffering in something else you'll accept? I don't think there is, and that's the sad, pitiful, disgusting, debaucherous truth. You're a bunch of sadistic lunatics. That's the only word for it. You like watching things suffer. That's the reason why you would tolerate all the suffering in the world.
Seriously? Am I supposed to take antinatalism seriously? You come to people and you say, the only reason that you've had children is because you're capricious and selfish. Well,
it happens to be the truth. I think it's a good conversation. I think if we had the conversation before people had kids, then maybe they would have given it a lot of thought. There's a lot of people who have kids because they don't give it any thought. They don't even recognize the idea that there might be somebody who would say, wait a minute, do you understand exactly what you're doing? You're taking a 1 in 5 risk that your kid's going to be disabled in life. You're going to be imposing the expense, $150,000 of expense on innocent people who never just chose to have children, and they're going to have to pay to educate your kid. And that's not even, we haven't got to health care and all this other stuff. That's just to get them through high school. Okay, you're going to tell your neighbor over there who just wants to sit there and, plant a little flower in his pot in the yard, that he's going to have to fork over a few grand every year to support your reproductive choice. I mean, there's all kinds of implications here. You could just go on and on and on and forever and ever and ever. But the point is the fact that this conversation didn't take place is probably why I'm here. If this conversation took place in public in 1950 whatever, I probably wouldn't be here. Because my parents probably would have made a more rational choice.
parents were capricious and selfish by having you. Therefore, you buy my philosophy now.
Yeah, well, nobody's doing that. They're just making the argument. Now, you can't stand the argument, so now the argument just scares you too much. Well, fine. The truth hurts, right? Yeah, but this is all just... This isn't an argument. You're not counter-arguing anything. You're just saying, well, you can't change that. This is the way it is. You can't change people, and calling them capricious won't change them. Well, maybe calling them a motherfucking cunt, evil bastard fucker. Maybe that'll do it. So I'll try that one.
Good way to do that. Do you think, just the futility of you trying to convince people to stop procreating?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, again, naysayers, nitpickers, we just go down the list in history. If you would have told a caveman, that we were going to invent an iPhone, he'd be, holy shit! You're gonna fly in the sky in a big metal tube? Holy shit, that can't happen. You're gonna go to the moon? You're gonna jump that high? Yeah, so whatever. Your definition of what's possible isn't really terribly relevant because, like the Drake equation, you've kind of just made up the variables. Yeah, you just make it up. I think so. Not because I have any reason to think so. I just think it can't happen.
So unbelievable as to make your whole entire philosophy so fucking ironic, given that you don't want to live because it's futile, but you do want to go on trying to preach some futile philosophical position instead.
Well, like I said, it's how futile is it? I mean, realistically, if you're opposed to alcoholism, and you prevent 3 people from becoming alcoholics, well, you win, right? Okay, yeah, you didn't prevent all the alcoholics, but at least there's 3 less. So from that simple logic right there, it's a no-fail circumstance. There's no failure in trying, asshole. And if this was any other subject, you'd understand that and appreciate that, and you'd say, "Go for it, fucker." Oh yeah, let's create a resource-rich planet where people take care of each other. Yeah, if that was the mission, then you'd say, "Oh yeah, well, yeah, of course the naysayers say it's impossible. That human beings can't be like that. They can't live in a commune without fucking each other over." But we'll ignore the naysayers, and we'll just, yeah. So if it was your agenda, yeah, it's all possible. Somebody else's agenda, no, it's just fucking can't happen. Just how convenient, how fucking convenient. Oh, disgusting.
That your antinatalism is fucking system of pushing the rock up the hill. But still, you want us all to fucking pretend that you've got some kind of rhetorical authority over the world. No, it doesn't work like that, sorry. You have to kind of prove your point rather than just thinking everybody should adopt your biases. So
I don't think that's what we're doing. I don't know why my phone only rang once. That's not good. So, yeah, I'll come back to this. But yeah. Alright, continuing. I'll play whatever this last sentence was over again.
Just thinking everybody should adopt your biases. So
whatever. It's an argument. What do you think? Let's say you're for some sort of workers' rights. What you're going to call it? Oh, that's just accepting your biases. This is just garbage rhetoric. You didn't deal with the argument. You won't answer any questions relevant to the argument. So you're just doing this ad hominem shit, and you wonder why people find you disgusting and repulsive. Well, this is why. You suck. Yeah, you just suck.
So back to the drawing board. Look, just basically away from me would be a good thing, I think, because I'm only interested in life affirmation, okay?
Life affirmation. Yeah, exactly. So why don't you say that on your channel? Why do you talk like you're some sort of contrariness, or some sort of skeptic, or some sort of fight the man kind of guy? Because that's not what you are. You're a Borgite. You don't want anybody to disturb your little Borgite stream. Okay, yeah, you don't have a corporate logo on your Borgness, but you still have the DNA. You're advertising for the DNA, and you're advertising for little fluffy life words like love, fluffy, balloon, pink. Yeah. So your desperation is showing. Your addiction is showing. You wouldn't talk like this unless you were just addicted. You're just dreaming about your next mustard sandwich or whatever the fuck it is. So whatever. Fail. Stupid argument. Pointless argument. And as for being left alone, well, that's really not what YouTube is. It isn't like left alone tube. You don't get to do just out, without somebody once in a while throwing it back in. All right, so you're gonna make stupid videos. You're gonna get replies. You don't have to respond to them. You can do this. You can just escape the subject, run away like a pussy. Yeah, pussy. So fuck you.